President Biden issued preemptive pardons for Mark Milley, Anthony Fauci, members of the January 6th committee, and the cops who testified before the committee. They write, the issuance of these pardons should not be mistaken as acknowledgement that any individual engaged in any wrongdoing, nor should acceptance be misconstrued as an admission of guilt for any offense. Initially, I was for this. After the election, it seemed like the right thing to do. Increasingly, I was persuaded against it by a couple of people who were on the list for getting preemptive pardons. Because you can say that the issuance should not be mistaken as acknowledgement of wrongdoing, but even still, tacitly, it kind of is. And in addition, there is the precedent, and I don't know who we might still have a rule of law in 2029. I would like to be open to the possibility that there's still a rule of law in this country in 2029. And if some of Donald Trump's henchmen commit crimes, that they might have to be held to account for them. I don't have much hope that Donald Trump will be held to account, but maybe there is still hope that some of the people around him are. So I fall down on being opposed to this after consideration, but I do think it's a tough call. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I'm skeptical, at least, of it, and more or less opposed. I mean, if individuals were contacted and said, yes, I would like one, I don't begrudge Anthony Fauci, who's 81 years old and who's going to be unjustly gone after, certainly by the Republicans and maybe by the Trump administration. It doesn't stop him from being called before hearings in the House and so forth, or in the Senate. But I don't begrudge that pardon. He wanted, I guess he accepted it. But they did it in a pretty haphazard way. It's the members of the January 6th committee and staff. I happen to know some of the staff. I know some of the members, Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger. I have the impression they didn't want the pardons. I don't know that it was explained to them exactly what they're supposed to do now. If they don't want them, do you not accept them? Can you not accept a pardon? I think it's legally murky, actually. Maybe you can, but no one, again, my impression, I know this for a fact. I won't say this is an impression. People didn't know. Many people who may be on the list didn't know if they were on the list and don't know now as we speak at 9:30 in the morning. I mean, it's been a bit of a chaotic thing. And so I have no problem. Mark Milley, I mean, I respect Mark Milley, but you know what? Mark Milley, there would have been totally free legal work volunteered for him to defend himself against baseless charges. And I almost think, wouldn't he welcome standing up to these bullies and making a point about military, proper behavior as a senior military officer. So I'm disappointed in the pardons, I guess is the way to put it. And I don't think it helps. It gets back to the point we were discussing a little bit earlier. I think it's unfair. It's not like pardoning, God knows, a bunch of January 6th rioters. But will it be used that way by all Trump defenders? Absolutely. Biden did his pardons. Trump did his pardons. What's the issue, right?